Gwe Ibjilidach, bonjour, bienvenue, hello, and welcome to Hector Arena here in Pictou for this afternoon's game between the visiting Western Wind out of Western Prince Edward Island and the hometown Northern Subway Selects. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming Services on Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live, and we are very proud to be bringing you this afternoon's Maritime Major Female Hockey League game between the Wind and the Selects. Before we go any further in our pregame, we must take a moment to acknowledge that Hector Arena, the town of Pictou, and the entire region covered by the Maritime Major Female Hockey League all lie within the ancestral and unceded territory of Mi'kmaq. Taking a look at this afternoon's matchup, the game will be going just after 12 noon for puck drop. It's two teams that are in very different edges of the spectrum in the Maritime Major Female Hockey League standings. The Selects right now sit in second place with a record of 9 wins and a tie in their 10 games. 1 point back of the Eastern Stars out of Eastern Prince Edward Island, who have a record of 10-0 after a victory earlier this morning against the Western Flames from Western New Brunswick. The Stars, with that 3-2 victory over the Flames, are back in first place, as first has been handed back and forth between the Stars and the Selects several times already this season, and we're only about a third of the way, just a little less than a third of the way through the regular season schedule. Stars at 10-0, Selects at 9-0-1, but the big difference right now is the goal differential for these two teams that are at the top of the standings, and we'll talk about the Wind and where they are in the standings in just a moment. But looking at this matchup between the Stars and the Selects, and they will be facing each other eventually, just have yet to have their first meeting in the regular season. Stars, as mentioned, 10-0. They've scored 42 goals in their 10 games, given up 16, so a differential of plus 26. So in other words, they're beating their opponents by an average of a little bit better than 2.5 goals per game. On the flip side, the Selects have 65 goals scored in their 10 games. That's 23 more goals scored than the Stars have in the same amount of games played. The Selects have also given up just 10 goals, where the Stars have given up 16. That means the Selects are plus 45 through 10 games. They're winning their games by an average of 4.5 goals per game, as opposed to the Stars' average of a little bit better than 2.5. Now, what does that mean? Not a whole heck of a lot, really, when you get right down to it, but it does mean that the Selects' goal differential is a little bit better, and if you were just looking at that metric, then you would say that the Stars, or the Selects, would be favored when those two teams end up meeting. But until they actually get on the same sheet of ice and face off against each other, you really can't say too much about that. But the Selects do have the best goals scored per game in the league right now at 6.5. The Selects have the best goals against per game as a team, giving up exactly 1 goal per game so far this season. The Greenfoot Capitals have also given up only 10 goals, but they've played only 7 games. So goals against per game, Selects are alone leading the way with 10 goals against in 10 games. At the other end of the spectrum, unfortunately, the Western Wind have not had as much success this season. In fact, they have yet to find the win column in their 10 games that they have played. They are 0-10, struggling out of the gate a little bit here with a record of 0-10, as we mentioned. 16 goals scored in their 10 games, so they're averaging they're averaging exactly 1.6 goals scored per game. They've given up 67 in those 10 games, which obviously works out to 6.7 goals against per game, minus 51, which means their average margin is a loss by about 5 goals per game. That has them right now in 8th place in the 9-team league, just ahead of the Fundy Kraken out of the Fundy region of New Brunswick. The Kraken also 0-10, but the Wind a slightly better goal differential, which is why they sit in 8th place, and the Kraken sit in 9th in the 10-team Maritime Major Female Hockey League. This is the first meeting of the season between these two teams. I do believe. I'm just going to double check that and confirm. Just hang on here. Nope, they did meet already once at the showcase weekend, or they met twice actually already this season. At the showcase weekend at St. Mary's, the Selects winning that meeting by a score of 8-1. They also played in Evangeline in Western Prince Edward Island earlier in September. The Selects winning that one by a score of 6-1. So a pair of victories for the Northern Subway Selects in the two previous meetings. This the third of the 4 meetings that these teams will have this season, as every team plays every other team 4 times over the course of the regular season hence 32 game schedule for each team in the Maritime Major Female Hockey League. Now, for those unfamiliar with the format of the league, there are 9 teams over the 3 provinces. The 4 teams from Nova Scotia, 3 teams from New Brunswick, and 2 teams from Prince Edward Island. The league champion is determined strictly by regular season standings. Whoever's at the top of the regular season at the top of the standings at the end of the regular season will be named league champion. After the regular season has wrapped up, the league will split into its 3 provinces. The 4 Nova Scotia teams, the 3 teams from New Brunswick, and the 2 teams from Prince Edward Island will advance to provincial playoffs. In Nova Scotia, based on regular season rankings within the league, 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3 in a semifinal series. The winners of those semis go on to the provincial championship series. The winner of that will advance to Atlantics, which this year is being played in Newfoundland, Labrador. The 2 Prince Edward Island teams will face off against each other in a best-of-7 series. The team that finishes higher in the regular season standings would have home ice advantage in that series. And the 3 New Brunswick teams, they've used a few different formats over the years. Last year, what they used was 2 played 3 in a semifinal series. The winner of that series went on to play the team who finished tops out of the 3 teams from the regular season standings. So the regular season standings are used to determine playoff seeding within each province. The 3 provincial champions, as well as the champion of Newfoundland and Labrador, will advance to Atlantics along with the host team, which this year, as mentioned, will be one of the teams from Newfoundland Labrador. I believe it's in Corner Brook that Atlantics are going to be played this year. And then the winner of the Atlantics will advance to the SO Cup, which this year will be held in Vernon, British Columbia. So a chance for the Northern Subway Selects to make a 3rd straight trip to Western Canada if they can, first off, win the province. They don't have to win the league, but they do have to win the province to get to Atlantics, and then they have to win Atlantics to get to a 3rd straight SO Cup. They went to Okotoks 2 years ago. They went to Prince Albert, Saskatchewan last year, and this year the winner of Atlantics, whether it's the Selects or whomever it ends up being, will be going to Vernon, British Columbia to play in the SO Cup, which is the tournament for the national supremacy of the U18 female hockey division of Hockey Canada. As you can see, the teams making their way out onto the ice for their warm-ups. The Selects in their home blues with the white and gray trim and the yellow numbers. They'll defend the net to your broadcast right for the 1st and 3rd period. The Western Wind in their road whites with the blue and blue, the light blue and the dark blue, much like the Toronto Argonaut color scheme if you're a fan of CFL football. They'll defend the net to your broadcast left for the 1st and 3rd periods. As we mentioned, this is the 3rd meeting of the season between these 2 teams, and we're going to take a look at the keys to the game. And the number 1 key to this game for the Western Wind, coming in as underdogs, and we must, and I'm not saying this with any disrespect intended. You look at the numbers, you look at the 2 previous meetings, they are the underdogs in this game. The first key for any underdog team coming into a game like this is keep the game close. The last thing that they want to have to try and deal with is to try and build a big comeback off of a game. That would be a little bit daunting if if they had to try and get a big comeback going. So that is the number one key to the game, is keep the game close if you're looking at it from a Western Wind perspective. The second key to the game today is going to be staying out of the penalty box. This power play for the Northern Subway Selects is incredibly potent. It was able to score a goal yesterday. It has been very, very effective. And for the Selects, they need to stay out of the penalty box as well. They had a stretch of penalties that they've taken in the last couple of games that had the potential to really hurt them. Fortunately for them, their penalty kill has been working very well, but they need to work on making sure they stay out of the penalty box and don't give opportunities to their opponents, especially if the Selects do get out to a lead early. They don't want to give opportunities for teams to climb back into games. And the third key to this game is 3 players that we're going to key on, although one of them may not end up playing today, and I do apologize for that if that I didn't mention this yesterday. But 3 players in particular that we need to focus on in this game. One of them is goaltender for the Northern Subway Selects, Georgia Burrows, the one who's in the net right now for the warm-ups. Second is Brooke Williams, who just fired a shot on Burrows there in the warm-up. And the third, over here with and holding the puck right now and just making that pass, is Annie-Pierre Morency. Those 3 players are all going to be part of Team Atlantic at the National Women's Under-18 Championships being held in Dawson Creek, BC, coming up next month. And so those 3 players will be teammates in that tournament. And believe me, when I started talking about the 3 of them, I had no way of knowing that the timing would work just perfect, that Williams had a puck as I panned that way, and then Morency was coming in on the goal in the warm-up with the puck when I panned back the other way. But sometimes, hey, karma just works. And so again, those 3 players, Annie-Pierre Morency, Brooke Williams, and Georgia Burrows, will be 3 members of Team Atlantic at that Under-18 Female Nationals in BC coming up in November. This is actually the last home game for the Selects prior to that tournament. So we want to take a moment to acknowledge Burrows and Williams and, of course, Morency for their accomplishments being named to that team. There is some controversy around the fact that a player for the Selects not on that team, Kendall Dwaron, and when you look at Dwaron's numbers, you can see why it's kind of surprising that she's not on that team. In 10 games this season, Kendall Dwaron has 17 goals, 8 assists for 25 points. She scored 3 short-handed goals and 5 on the power play. She has been absolutely on fire this season. She scored 2 big goals in the championship game, and there's Kendall Dwaron right there, number 6 for the Selects. She scored 2 big goals in the championship game of the Atlantic Challenge Cup and was the leading scorer in the Atlantic Challenge Cup, the U16 division of that event that was held in Moncton just last week, but is not part of Team Atlantic at the U18 Championships in BC coming up next month, which has raised a few eyebrows in a few different circles, but that is unfortunately neither here nor there, and not much to be done about that at this point. So there you have it, the keys to the game once again. Number 1 for the Wind, keep it close for both teams. Number 2 is stay out of the penalty box. And number 3, the 3 players to key on. Although one of them, like I said, I believe Georgia Burrows is not getting the start in today's game. I'm pretty sure it's Madeline Kerr's turn in the crease for today's game for the Selects. So Georgia Burrows, we won't get to watch her in this one. Burrows had a great game yesterday, stopping 24 of 25 shots in the victory against the Greenfoot Capitals yesterday. Speaking of that game against the Greenfoot Capitals, the Selects did get that 2-1 victory. The Western Wind also were on the ice in action yesterday and lost a tough one up in Cape Breton by a score of 3-2 to the Lynx. And one other quick lineup note for the Selects, not in the lineup again today, Jenna Beaton, as she remains out. She missed yesterday's game as well. For the Western Wind, I believe they have their full roster available to them today. Just taking a quick scan just to make sure. Don't see any numbers missing there. Oh, no, there is one player, Megan Vermont, not in the lineup. Looks like everybody else is available to them. And we'll take a quick look at our starting goaltenders, and it is indeed Madeline Kerr getting the start for the Northern Subway Selects. And her opponent today will be Kenna Brandt. And taking a quick look at their numbers so far for Madeline Kerr, she's got a 3-0 record in a 3-0-1 record in 4 games played, a 1.14 goals against average, a .929 save percentage, and 1 victory by way of a shutout. And then down at the Western Wind end of the ice, Kenna Brandt 0-5, 6.71 goals against average, 743 save percentage, and we are underway here at the Hector Arena in Pictou. Gamble with the puck for the Wind, has it stolen from her by Murray. Murray gets a shot off right away, and Brandt makes the save and hangs on for the first face-off of the game just 14 seconds in. Starters for the Selects, it's the defensive pairing of Jean and Ross, and I want to apologize to Rianne Jean. I was mispronouncing her last name for the first several games I've done this season. I didn't get the correction until this morning. The starting forward line is Murray, who just fired a shot and scored. The rest of the starting forward unit was Maya McDonald and Kate Morrow. And the starters for the Wind, unfortunately I missed the starters. And Reese Murray with the shot just 28 seconds into the game to open the scoring. And the Selects hop out to the quick 1-0 lead. And we talked about this as a key to the game, that the Wind, that was the last thing they wanted to see happen, was a quick early goal. And we'll wait and see if there was a deflection there or if Murray does get credit for the goal herself. If so, it is Reese Murray's goal. Or sorry, it was Boyd, not McDonald, who was on that line. Or okay. It was 16 Karis Ross, not 18 Lacey Boyd, who got the assist, so the pass came from a defender. So again, it is Reese Murray's goal, 3rd goal, 6th point of the season for Murray. Karis Ross getting the assist. I was going to say, I was pretty sure it was McDonald and not Boyd who was the forward out there. So it couldn't have been 18 who got the assist, but so the assist was, and to be fair to the referee who gave that number to the to Bill in the penalty box, sometimes it's hard to tell on those numbers when the jerseys bunch up a little bit in the back what's a 6 and what's an 8 and what's a 9, and becomes a little bit challenging. Here's a pass ahead for Hallie Rose McLean. She deflects it down. Blackier will go back and pick up for the Wind. Now the puck picked up by Emerson McDonald. Her shot into the traffic ends up hitting some legs. And now coming out with the puck is Greenham. Or Greenan, excuse me. Can't read my own writing. Now getting on the puck, Glenn plays it down low. Campbell will pick up for the win, takes it behind the net. She'll play it up the near side for McNeil. McNeil gets it around McIntyre, but couldn't get it around McDonald. And now picking up the puck again in Blacquiere. She'll play it off the boards. Murray there to get it down to Glenn. Glenn takes it down short side, tries a stuff, save made, rebound. Murray gets a shot away and not able to get that one past Brandt. Now another shot, and they do score! And I think it's going to be Maya McDonald who gets this one. So 2:39 into the game, and the Selects out to a quick 2-0 lead. And there we go. This one coming at 2:39. And we'll get confirmation in a moment if it is Maya McDonald's second goal, third point of the season. Here's Murray with the puck. She'll drop it back to Ross. Ross nearly loses it to Chasson. Chasson is able to get the puck away and send it out to center ice, but the Select's right back on it again. And Karis Ross will take it back all the way below her own goal line. Reverses it behind the net for Jean. Jean will get it back over to Ross. Ross plays it ahead. So it is Maya McDonald's goal. Murray gets her second point of the game with an assist on that one. So Maya McDonald's second goal, third point of the season. Reese Murray and Kate Morrow with the assists at 2:39 to make it a 2-0 lead for the Selects. Pass to the middle of the ice for Williams. She lets the puck go down to Dwaron. There's Dwaron. We mentioned her with 25 points in 10 games so far this season. Williams, part of Team Atlantic, over to Dwaron again. Dwaron coming to the middle of the ice. Tried to get the puck to Boyd. It ends up coming back to the line. Fitt will play it across. Dwaron fakes the shot, then plays the puck into the far corner. Wind able to pick up possession there. And Richards, Isabel Richards, sends it down the length of the ice. There are two players with the surname Richards, Madeline and Isabel. So we'll try to differentiate when one makes a play as opposed to the other. There's Williams with a shot, save, rebound, she scores. And that's 3 goals in 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 18 seconds, excuse me. And for Brooke Williams, that'll be goal number 6 and point number 18. And for the Selects, about as good of a start as you could ask for. For the Wind, about as troubling a start as you could ask for, as the Selects get the pressure on right away again. Puck comes to the line. LeBlanc with the shot. That's deflected away by the goaltender, Brandt. Puck comes all the way around and out to center. McIntyre on it. McIntyre will feed it ahead to Emerson McDonald. So Williams' goal is unassisted at 4:18, and again, that's her 6th goal, 18th point of the season. Here with the puck now, Ailey Glenn heading towards the net. And it's knocked down at the side of the net there by Brandt, and Brandt will hold on for a face-off. 5:04 gone here in the first period. 3-0 the score in favor of the Northern Subway Selects. Puck goes down into the corner. McLean gets on it for the Selects. She's beaten to the puck by Blacquiere. Or sorry, no, that's was that Madeline Richards? Was that 3 or 5? It was 3. Madeline Richards. My apologies. Now, puck gets to the line, not held in by LeBlanc, but now LeBlanc has to wait as Morrow had gone in a step early, or sorry, Murray had gone in a step early. McIntyre has the puck poked off her stick. Nice play there by Kelly. Now Kelly has a lane to the net. Kelly coming in, gets the backhand shot away. Kerr makes the save and covers up and hangs on with 5:43 remaining here, or 5:43 gone, here in the first period of play. As that's the first shot on goal for the Wind here this afternoon. Not seeing the shots on goal up on the clock, but such is the way it goes. Jean plays it around to Ross, gets it ahead for Morrow. Morrow pokes the puck forward, and out come the Selects. That pass for McDonald. Maya McDonald hops over her stick. McDonald and Blackier go back after it. Blackier gets there just ahead. And now the Wind will pick up, and that's Moffat carrying it ahead. She'll gain the red line, goes to dump it in. It's knocked down by Jean. Puck comes bouncing up into the air. McCormick will bring it in, or McKendrick, brings it in across the line, has the puck knocked away from her. Now here's a pass across for Maya McDonald. McDonald coming in. She'll fire the shot on goal and score. And McDonald, I don't think she realized that puck actually went in. And Brandt making the decision, it looks like, that her day is done. As an unfortunate start for Kenna Brandt. And it's 4-0 for the Selects. Just 6 minutes and 24 seconds in. That'll be Maya McDonald getting her second goal of the game, her third goal and fourth point of the season. That one cleared down the length of the ice and just beyond the new goaltender, Grace Dunn. Dunn with a record of 0-5, a 6.69 goals against average, and a .770 save percentage. As we await the announcement of the Maya McDonald goal that made it 4-0. Shots on goal now showing as 8-0. It should be actually 8-1. And here come the Selects again. Backhand shot. Save made by Dunn. So McDonald gets that goal unassisted at 6:24. As the Selects out to a quick lead. There's a shot and another nice save made by Dunn. There we go. Now they got 3 shots up on the board for the Wind. I guess they were having a little bit of trouble with that. So Brandt, 4 goals on 8 shots. Comes out after 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Dunn in and trying to get the puck in is Isabel Richards. She does get it down deep. Lexi McIntyre picks up for the Selects there. She'll work her way ahead. Campbell sending it the other way. Now here come the Selects into the Wind zone. Ailey Glenn trying to get it to McLean, but not quite able to connect there. Richards not able to clear as McIntyre sends the puck back in deep. Campbell will pick up behind her own net. Plays it ahead to Moffat. Moffat uses the wall to get the puck out to center. Picked up there by Morrow. Kate Morrow comes in, but it ends up resulting in an offside against the Selects. 8:22 gone here in the third period.
You got the goalie change, eh? The goaltender change, you got that? After the fourth goal? Okay.
And with the puck behind her own net now is Greenan. She'll play it ahead to Morency. Morency tried to get a pass forward, but it gets deflected. Now getting pressured is McGuigan. Puck goes in behind the net. Getting on it is Murray. Murray brings the puck out front, tries to go high, ends up putting it just a little too high, comes back to the line. Ross plays it back down to Murray, or to Morrow rather. McNeil for the Wind will start to work her. Will start to work her way ahead. McNeil throws it to the front of the net. Morency couldn't get a shot away. Now we're going to get a penalty against the Selects. Hooking is the indication. With 9:27 gone here in the first period. And it's going to be Rianne Jean getting the penalty. And want to again thank Shauna Breimer for sending me the correction on Rianne's last name. And speaking of sending me corrections, if there's any other names I'm getting wrong or anything else, that any other messages you want to send, just even if you want to just say, hey, we're watching the game from wherever and cheering for whomever, you can do so by sending us a message either through Facebook. Go to facebook.com, look for Petter Sports and Streaming, or you can also reach us through what we used to call Twitter, now X. The handle there is at Petter, PETTERPC _sports. That's PETTERPC _sports. And send us a message that way. As the Wind are on the power play here, 40 seconds gone in the man advantage. Back to get the puck is Pino. Misha Pino. Her pass a little bit out of the reach of the intended target. That'll allow Glenn to get it back deep into the Wind zone. Pino will go back and pick up again. Coming up the near side boards. Gets a pass ahead, but that's intercepted by LeBlanc. LeBlanc went to dump it back in, but it's right onto the stick of Moffat, who'll carry into the select zone. Moffat nearly lost the puck to LeBlanc, gets a shot away, and Kerr able to steer that one aside. Select's not able to clear the zone. Moffat back on it, now sends it towards the net. Or sorry, that wasn't Moffat, that was... Meanwhile, there's Campbell with a shot. It was Thomas who had sent the puck towards the net. Campbell then steps in, gets a shot away, and the save made by Kerr, and she'll hang on for a face-off with 39 seconds left in the penalty taken by Rianne Jean for hooking at 9:12 left to go here in the first period. Selects up 4-0 here in this first period. 2 goals from Maya McDonald, 1 from Reese Murray, and 1 from Brooke Williams so far in this game. Glenn able to dump the puck deep into the Western Wind zone. Back to get it will be Gamble. Gamble gets the pass ahead. Cross-ice pass attempted by McNeil. Was knocked down by Morrow. And now getting the puck is Boyle. She's able to get it to Murray as the penalty comes to an end. Murray fed it forward for Morrow, but it's knocked away from her. And now sending it the other way, Gamble. Back to pick up is Boyle. Boyle gets the pass ahead. That's deflected forward by Murray. Madeline Richards plays it up to McKendrick. McKendrick will send it back. Now the Wind come forward. Pass intended for Moffat. Broken up by Ross. And Brooke Williams gets the puck. She's taken down by Pino. Maya McDonald into the corner. Gets taken down by Madeline Richards. Puck is played around to Isabel Richards. Richards can't clear the zone as it's held. The puck held in there by Ross. Ross tries a second time to hold the puck in, but this time the Wind do get it out to center. Working their way down the ice. Puck comes towards the front of the net. Batted away by Lily LeBlanc. Good effort there by McKendrick to come forward. And now the Selects come the other way with 7.5 minutes left to go. There's a shot taken by Boyd, but it's deflected to the corner. Attempted centering pass from Dwaron was knocked down by Campbell. And now coming out with the puck, Thomas, but it's knocked away from her. Back in across the blue line, Isabel Richards has it stolen from her by Boyd rather. Boyd with the shot, save made, rebound cleared away. Thomas gets it over to Chasson. Chasson can't go anywhere with that as the puck rolled away from her. LeBlanc gets a shot, that's saved by Dunn. And now Chasson has to play it back as the Wind look for a lane. That pass doesn't connect. And Emerson McDonald had the puck for a moment, knocked away from her. Now it comes out to center. Race to get onto it. Lily LeBlanc will get there ahead of Chasson. LeBlanc turns and starts to move her way ahead. Gets the pass forward for Glenn. Glenn coming to the middle of the ice. Tries to set up for Emerson McDonald. Gets the pass to McDonald. And McDonald with a nice redirect. But ends up putting it into the midsection of the goaltender, Grace Dunn, who hangs on for a face-off with 6.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Quick note, while this game is going on, we've got another game on Petter Sports and Streaming today. It's actually happening right now as well. Alex Theriault is over at the Pictou County Wellness Center bringing you all of the action from the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League between the U15 Valley Wildcats and the Wherewell Bombers. And if you go back out to the main page of AO Live, you can flip back and forth between those two games as much as you would like. And you can also rewind and fast forward. So if you want to go back, watch a little bit of that game, and then come over here and rewind to this point and watch a bit of this game, and then flip back and forth. And meanwhile, there's a shot taken by Morency, a nice block by LeBlanc. Puck comes in onto Kerr, and Kerr will cover up and hang on for a face-off with 5:47 left to go here in the first period. You can flip back and forth between the two games as much as you would like today. And we do appreciate you being with us for this game and anybody who is flipping back and forth. I'm sure Alex Theriault is quite happy to have you watching along from the Wellness Center as well. Here's Murray bringing the puck in across the line, has it taken from her as there were too many white shirts in the way. Now Moffat will come the other direction. Tried to dump the puck in. It was knocked down by Boyle. Following up, McKendrick gets a good shot away, and Kerr steers that one aside into the corner. Puck goes down into the far corner. Fitt plays it around for Boyle. Boyle will get it out to center. That pass just out of the reach of Murray. Now Morrow able to get the puck down deep into the Western Wind zone. Isabel Richards gets it back down into the selects end, and Ross plays it back behind the net for Jean. Jean will get it ahead to Boyd. Boyd up to Williams. Here comes Brooke Williams in across the line. Williams with a shot, and the glove save made by Grace Dunn with 4:41 remaining in the first period, excuse me. Face off to the right of Dunn. Selects win the draw. Played back to Jean. She gives it to Doiron at the wall. Doiron comes in, gets a shot away, and Dunn able to get a piece of that and deflect it up over the glass and out of play. We'll get another stoppage. 4:32 gone here in the first. Or 4:32 left to go, here in the first. Williams in to take the draw against Moffat. Puck comes to the boards, and Doiron gets possession. Doiron working her way down into the corner. Out in front, tried to get it set up for Boyd, but Boyd couldn't get a good stick on it. And finding the puck is Dunn and covering up and hanging on. 4:22 left to go here in the first period as the Selects continue to pressure here, leading 4-0 on the Western Wind. Wind make a full-scale change. Taking the draw there was Greenan against Williams. Greenan able to get it out to center. Gamble plays it across to the far side for Morency. Morency in across the line. Loses control of the puck there, able to get it back. Plays it to the line for McGuigan. McGuigan sends it around the boards, picked up by the selects though. Now Jean will play it across, or Jean rather, will play it across to to Ross, who played it ahead. Now LeBlanc. Puck comes to the line, held in there by Lexi McIntyre. McIntyre has it knocked off her stick by Morency. Dwaron goes to dump it back in. It was knocked down by Pino. Or sorry, no, that was Gamble. And now sent down the length of the ice into the select zone. Working in there is McNeil, but she's taken off of the puck. And the selects will come back the other way. Here's McLean trying to get a step. Working her way against Pino. Pino able to take McNeil down. Or McLean down. I am sorry, folks. I don't know where my brain is today. I'm getting more names wrong than a phone book typed up by monkeys. And that's a reference to 1,000 monkeys and 1,000 typewriters and blah, 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 and yeah. With the puck there is Murray. She's got 2 points already today. Gets the puck to Maya McDonald, who has 2 goals. Maya McDonald, though, couldn't get a shot away. And now it comes out to center. Fit with it. She'll play it across for Boyle. Boyle looks to get the puck in. Played it ahead to McDonald. McDonald getting away from Kelly. Maya McDonald trying to get the puck to the front of the net. It has to play it off the end boards. Kelly will come back and pick up the loose puck. And now here comes Kelly for the Wind. Uses the wall to try to get a pass to herself, but it's intercepted by Murray, and Murray will dump it back into the Wind zone. Ahead for Chasson. Chasson will dump it into the selects end with 1:42 left to go. Ross quickly ahead for LeBlanc. LeBlanc sets it up for Williams. Williams cuts through Gamble. Takes a shot, and the save made by Dunn. Williams back on the puck again, battling below the goal line against Greenan. Williams able to get away from Greenan. Takes it over to the right wing boards, plays it back to the line for Ross. Ross tries to get it back down the wall to Williams. Williams comes back, gets it, now plays it off the boards to Boyd, or to Dwaron. Dwaron with a shot, that goes high. Stepping up from her spot at the blue line is Jean. Now it's played back to Jean, but that gets just beyond her and out to center. Here comes a chance for Morency. Morency coming through. Morency with a shot. And Kerr able to make the save and hang on for the faceoff with 57.5 seconds left to go here in the first period. Dangerous chance there for Morency. But Madeline Kerr up to the task. Annie-Pierre Morency with 4 points so far this season. Tied for the team lead. Isabel Richards leading the way in goals. Now we're going to get a tripping penalty. And trying to see who it is who took the penalty. Looks like it's going against the Wind. And it's Moffat, I do believe. Yes, it is. Carmen Moffat, who took the tripping penalty with 51.4 seconds left to go here in the first period. So a chance for the selects to try and get a 5 spot on the board here in the first period if they can take advantage of this power play. 40 seconds left to go. Puck comes back to the line for LeBlanc. LeBlanc plays it across to McIntyre. Into the middle of the ice for Emerson McDonald. She gets a shot away, but it's steered aside. Now McLean has the puck stolen from her. Trying to clear the zone, but stepping up McIntyre helps Glenn keep the puck in. Now it'll get to Morency. Morency will come out. Here comes a chance for Morency coming down shorthanded. Morency trying to come in from the right wing side. Did get a shot away. Kerr made the save. Just 6 seconds left in the period. Probably not enough time left for the selects to work their way up the ice, and the horn will sound Shots on goal end up 16-8 for the Northern Subway Selects. And 4 goals coming in the first 6 minutes and 24 seconds have given the Selects the 4-0 lead after the opening 20 minutes. 2 goals from Maya McDonald, 1 from Reese Murray, and 1 from Brooke Williams to give us the scoreline that we currently have. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the start of the second period. In just a few minutes, you are watching Maritime Major Female Hockey League action here on Petter Sports and streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period. Selects with a 4-0 lead on the Western Wind after the opening 20 minutes. Selects will also carry 1 minute and 9 seconds of power play time into the second period, as the tripping penalty taken by Carmen Moffat still has that much time remaining in it. Couple of positive notes for the Western Wind. The play of Morency has been really strong, as expected, when you're talking about the captain and the player who has been named to Team Atlantic for the U18 National Championship Tournament in Dawson Creek, British Columbia, coming up next month. Morency had a couple of good scoring opportunities in that period, not able to get it past Madeline Kerr, but Morency has been a high point. Dunn, after coming in relief, stopped all 8 shots that she faced, so you got to look at that as another positive for the Western Wind. And I'm going to mention one more player who I thought had a very good period, despite the fact that she's starting this second period in the penalty box. Carmen Moffat, I thought, had a very good period for the Western Wind as well. Made a couple of nice plays. Was working hard all over the ice. For the Selects, obviously, the trio of Mauro Murray and Maya McDonald, the 3M line. I think maybe their best period of the season so far. When you look at this Selects team, and if you were to have to lay, I mean, all 3 lines basically just get rolled. It's not that there is a quote-unquote number 1 line, a number 2 line, a number 3 line. But if you were to say, you know, looking at the lines as far as experience at this level, offensive raw talent, the number 1 line, the line that's out there right now of Dwaron, Williams, and LeBlanc. And then you would say that the next line with Ailey Glenn and her line mates, which for today's game, Emerson McDonald and Hallie Rose McLean, I mean, that line has put up very good numbers this year as well. And of course, in the mix, you've got Jenna Beaton, who is not in the lineup today. And then you would say that that 3M line would be your quote-unquote third line if you were to designate them as line 1, 2, and 3. So for that line to have 3 goals in this game already, that's certainly a big high point. And again, I'm just talking about the fact about experience at the U18 major level. I'm talking about raw offensive firepower. Here's Dwaron with the puck as the power play has 30 seconds left to go. Dwaron coming away from the right wing wall, loses the puck to Gamble. Nice play there by Gamble to separate her from the puck. And it's launched down the ice, comes off the end boards, and Jean will take it back behind the net. 14 seconds left in the power play. Jean misplays that puck. That's going to give Kelly a chance. Kelly throws it towards the net. Kerr will steer that away. And now Williams trying to get away from the forecheck of Kelly. Williams will find Glenn, and we are back to 5-on-5. Here comes Ailey Glenn. Trying to cut around Campbell. Glenn has to take the puck down below the goal line. Goes out the far corner, but lost the puck to Thomas. Thomas not able to maintain control. Emerson McDonald gets it to McLean. Here's Hallie Rose McLean coming in, getting a shot away. That bounces wide. McLean back on it. Now she tries to get it to the near boards for, or sorry, it was McDonald back on it, trying to get it to the near boards for McLean. Chasson was there, but McDonald able to come and steal it back for the Selects. Now McLean with the puck, trying to come away, gets a shot off. That goes wide, comes off the end boards. Blackier will get to the puck first. Fans on it. Now it'll come to the middle of the ice. Chasson back on it, but she has it roll off of her stick. And it's picked up by Morrow. Morrow gives to Emerson McDonald. She gets a shot, or she gives it to McLean, who gets a shot away. Now a chance for Morrow. And a save made yet again by Grace Dunn. And Dunn will hang on for a face-off with 2:04 gone here in the second period. Quite the entertaining game going on Petter Sports and Streaming. The other set of gear and the other voice of Petter Sports and Streaming, Alex Terrio, and we're going to get a penalty coming up here. Both referees' hands went up immediately. And we're going to get a call of boarding, it looks like, against the Western Wind. And they're going to talk it over, it looks like, and see what Madeline Richards is going to get. And it is going to be a boarding call indeed, with 2:11 gone here in the second period. So a second chance on the power play for the Northern Subway Selects. They're 0 for 1 so far. Puck sent off the end boards. It'll go into the right wing corner. Murray there. She'll play it back to the line for LeBlanc. Back down to Murray. Murray steps in, gets a shot away, glove save, and then dropped, picked up by Maya McDonald. McDonald will play it back to the line. McIntyre for Murray. Down low for Morrow. Back to Murray. Murray gets it back to the line. Shot taken by LeBlanc, blocked by McKendrick, but LeBlanc able to keep it onside. Couldn't find the puck, and now coming out with it here is Moffat. Moffat gets the puck, gets a shot off, but it goes into the body of McIntyre and rolls harmlessly to the end boards, where Lily LeBlanc picks up and carries all the way down into the Western Wind zone. 1 minute gone in the penalty. LeBlanc plays it behind the net to Williams. Williams carries up to the top of the zone, to the middle of the ice. Now back to the right wing side. Throws it towards the net. Deflection there by Boyd, but Boyd couldn't get that deflection on target. Now puck comes back to the line. Jean, she'll play it across the near side for Ross. Ross gets it down low. Tried to get it to Boyd. Boyd in a battle there. Gets the puck to Dwaron. Dwaron gives back to Boyd. Out front for Dwaron. There's a shot and a beautiful save made by Dunn on a great opportunity for the league leading scorer. Now Dwaron stepping away from the wall. Fires a shot. Another save made by Dunn. 20 seconds left in the power play. Some good opportunities for the Selects as they're moving the puck incredibly well, but just not able to solve Grace Dunn so far. There's another shot, and it's off of Dunn and into the net. Lacey Boyd saw that there was just enough room to put that puck off the upper arm of Dunn and have it go into the back of the net. So a power play goal with 4:07 gone here in the second period. And the Selects now lead it 5-0. And for Lacey Boyd, that is, just give me a second here to get her 5th goal, 16th point of the season. And there was so much passing of that puck before the shot. We'll have to wait to get confirmation of assists. I believe Dwaron gets one of the assists, but don't quote me on that, because Dwaron and Williams get the assists. So for Williams, that's her 2nd point of the game. For Dwaron, that's her 26th point of the season. And now here comes Kelly working up the ice. Kelly finally has the puck knocked off her stick by LeBlanc. And coming the other way, here comes Murray. Murray working down the right wing side, sends it on the net. It ends up hitting the side of the net. Murray able to chase it down. Now Kelly knocks it off of her stick. Thomas tried to get a piece of it. She ends up letting it go through for Kelly, and here comes Kelly again. Murray trying to back check hard. Kelly stops, waits for help, gets a pass across to the near side. McGuigan able to pick up. She can't get a shot through the traffic. And the Selects bring it back out to center. McGuigan gets a piece of the puck, but ends up knocking it right onto the stick of Morrow. Morrow's pass for Maya McDonald, a little too far in front of her. And I just want to go back to the Selects power play for just a second here and talk about the fact that one of the things that head coach Craig Clark does is he does not have a particular special teams unit. Whoever is the next line up is the next line up for the power play. It just so happened that the power play started with the Murray, McDonald, and Morrow line. And then next line up was the Williams and Boyd and Dwaron line. So it's not that he put the power play unit out there. It's just lines just keep rolling. And the lines stay together for the game. And lines tend to stay together for much of the season as well. You won't see a lot of line shuffling from this Selects team either, from game to game. Unless, barring circumstances that require lines to be juggled, like a player missing a game or for whatever reason. Nice play by Morency to keep the puck in the zone as trying to clear, now gets it to McNeil. McNeil with a shot, they score! Kaylee McNeil gets the wind on the board. It's 5-1. 7:08 the time of the goal for Kaylee McNeil. And if it should be Callie, not Kaylee, I apologize. McNeil was actually tied with Isabel Richards for the team lead in goals with 3 each. That's her 4th goal, 5th point of the season. And we'll get you the assists here in a minute. I believe Morency gets an assist, as that puck ends up going into the Western Wind bench, and so the faceoff will come back into the Wind zone with 7:24 gone here in the second period. And we'll get you that goal here in just a moment. As soon as we get the assists, we'll pass them along to you. Here they come. Greenan also with an assist there. And did the Selects just get that goal back while I was looking down and writing? Yes, they did. And so it's now 6-1. There we go, 6-1. Oh, no, they didn't. Sorry. It looked like the reaction was that they had scored, but that reaction was for a save made by Dunn, obviously. So the assists, Annie Pierre Morency and Gracie Greenan getting the assists on Callie McNeil's goal. And the time of the goal, 7 minutes and 8 seconds. And now Kerr makes a save and has to cover up and hang on for a face-off with 8:05 gone in the period. Face-off will be in the Selects end to the right of goaltender Madeline Kerr. Kerr, the younger of the 2 goalies for the Selects this year. Georgia Burrows in her final year. So Kerr getting a chance to work with Burrows and learn from the veteran, so that come next season she'll be the veteran and in the leadership role between the pipes. And that's one of the other things that head coach Craig Clark and the rest of his coaching staff do very well, is they always make sure that whomever ages out, there's the next in line. There's a good chance for Isabel Richards, but Kerr able to make the big save there to keep it a 4-goal game, Here comes Murray with the puck now. Reese Murray has it knocked off her stick. Nice play by McGuigan. Just curious, McGuigan, any relationship to Summerside Western Capital headman Billy McGuigan? I know that McGuigan isn't exactly an uncommon name, but when you think of the name McGuigan and Western Prince Edward Island hockey, Billy certainly is one that comes to mind. So I'm just curious if Brooke may be Billy's daughter or niece. As the puck cleared down the length of the ice, right on to Kerr, and then Kerr played it ahead, but a bit of a miscue there. She put it right onto the stick of the Western Wind player. I want to say it was Morency who got that shot off. Now Morency waits for McNeil and Greenan to get onside, brings the puck back in again, takes it down below the goal line, throws it towards the front of the net. Nobody in white there, and Dwaron able to pick up the puck, and she'll work it to the center ice line and dump the puck in. Heads off for a change as the Selects make a full 5-person unit change just beyond the midway point of this game with the score 5-1. Played around to the far wall, intended for Thomas, but waiting there for it to tie her up was Glenn. Now the puck comes free. It's picked up by Williams. Williams coming to the middle of the ice, has it knocked off her stick. McLean with a shot, and the save made there by Dunn. Thomas now will clear it down the ice. That may and will be an icing with 9:22 to go here in the second period. Good opportunity for the Selects here with another offensive zone face-off. It'll come to the right of goaltender Grace Dunn. Dunn has been very solid in goal for the Wind after coming in relief. Puck cleared down played down into the corner. McLean will come out of the corner with it. Tries to get it to the front. And it does get it there, but Glenn fans on her shot attempt, mistimed it just slightly. Had the puck come off the heel of her stick, Wind are able to get it down the ice, not hard enough for an icing. And LeBlanc, long lead pass onto the stick of Glenn. Glenn has to chase it down, though, as she only got a piece of that puck. Gamble doing a good job taking her into the boards. But now McLean will pick up the puck after both Gamble and Glenn went down. McLean plays it over to Ross. Ross has the puck knocked off her stick by Isabel Richards, who plays it back to McGuigan. McGuigan takes it behind the net. Lead pass, broken up, just keeping the puck onside is Ross. She gets it over to Morrow. Morrow with the shot. Looked like it was going wide anyway, but steered aside by Dunn. And battle in the corner. Selects come out with it. Pass intended for Murray. It's a little bit behind her. Murray gets tied up, and the Wind get the puck out to center. Picked up by Ross, who quickly plays it ahead to Murray. Murray will get it right back in the zone again. Goes around behind the net into the far corner. Gamble gets to it before Maya McDonald can get on the puck. Gamble able to find Richards, that being Isabel Richards, who made the cross-ice pass. And then McKendrick not able to keep it, and it was turned over. And Georgia Burrows with a miss on that save, trying to protect her coach standing behind her. But to be fair to Burrows, she didn't have her trapper on. She only has on a pair of mitts. So we'll let that one slide. If Burrows had her actual trapper on, she would have made that save, but we'll let it go. Dwaron able to poke the puck ahead. Here comes Lacey Boyd down into the corner. Pino stops her up there. Boyd able to get the puck to Dwaron. She'll take it behind the net. Now come out into the right wing side. Dwaron trying to come off the boards. Morency knocked the puck off her stick. It ended up rolling right to Boyd, who gets a shot away. And the save made again by Dunn, who will hang on for a face-off. 7:23 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be this time to Dunn's left. Williams in to take the face-off against, I believe that's Greenan. Now Williams turns and shoots, doesn't get much on it as the puck rolled off the toe of her stick, and it steered over to the corner. Now a pass back for Williams. That goes through her feet, and Fitt has to hustle back to get on the puck in neutral ice. Fitt had it knocked off her stick by Greenan. McNeil will pick up the loose puck and dump it down into the select zone. Under 7 minutes left to go here, second period. Boyle plays it ahead for Dwaron. Dwaron gets it up to Williams. Williams in across the line. taking the puck down towards the left wing corner, stops there, turns to try and get away from Blacquiere. Fans on a pass attempt, but Williams able to keep the puck. Now she'll play it to Glenn. Glenn moving her way into the slot, gets a shot off. Kelly with gets on a piece of that puck and deflects it down into the corner. Now Blacquiere will play it off the boards, held in momentarily, now pushed back down low. Kelly going to get after it. She's met by Hallie Rose McLean. Puck comes towards the front of the net. Campbell clears it away. Gets to the line and out, as not able to hold it onside was LeBlanc, but LeBlanc quickly plays it to McLean. Back in across the line. Kelly knocks it away from her. Thomas will get it down into the select zone. Just over 6 minutes left to go here, second period. McLean has it stolen from her by Richards. Richards loses it to Glenn. McLean picks back up. And while the Wind are making a change, McLean comes forward, takes a shot, that's blocked. Emerson McDonald tries to turn and fire, but the puck was a little bit too far beyond her reach. And now it's sent down the other way. But McKendrick deflected it too far ahead of herself, and it ends up being an icing against the Wind with 5:44 remaining here in the second period. As I think they've reached the end of the game over at the Wellness Center. Just taking a quick look here. See if I can. Puck cleared down the ice. Back to get it is Jean. She turns to get away from Moffat. Now gets the pass ahead to Murray. Murray able to feed it forward for Maya McDonald. McDonald trying to get around Gamble. Takes it down to the corner. Tries to get a pass to the front of the net. It comes all the way through to the far point. Jean will play it down into the corner. Morrow there. Morrow has the puck knocked off her stick. Now McGuigan trying to clear. She can't. It comes back down to the corner. Murray ties it up along the boards. Battle in the corner there. And yes, the game over at the Wellness Center is a final, and Warewell Bombers come away with a 7-4 victory over the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats. Congrats to the Bombers on winning their home opener today. For the Bombers, they go to 2-0 now on the season. And anybody who was watching the Bombers game and flipped over here, so thanks so much for joining us. My name is Michael Petter, and this is Petter Sports and Streaming, home of Pictou County hockey. If it's played in Pictou County, there's a good chance that we're covering it. Pino with a shot. That's goes wide. Puck comes up the boards. Richards, that being Madeline Richards, her shot a little bit off target, and Greenan not able to get a deflection onto the net. Now the Selects win the battle behind their own net, play it out to center. Backing up with it is McKendrick. Gets it ahead for Morency. Morency trying to battle there. 4 players in on the puck. It ends up going down to the corner. McNeil will get onto it. She's tied up by Boyle. Williams comes back, but Morency able to win that puck away. Plays it back to the line. Pino with a shot. Kerr the save. And still loose. And now Kerr. Oh, sorry, folks. Didn't realize the camera had slipped a little too low. Kerr able to cover up and hang on for a face-off. The challenge when you're the guy doing the play-by-play and doing the camera work at the same time. Sometimes you get focused on watching the play and don't realize that the camera ends up slipping out of, or the play ends up slipping out of the frame. For the vast majority of games, I do have a cameraman working with me. It's just this weekend, none of my camera guys were available. Just the way the schedule works out. Here's Glenn with the puck. Glenn coming to the middle of the ice. Glenn still with it. Makes a move. And Dunn with a poke check at the last second. Denies Glenn from getting a good shot away. Great play there by Grace Dunn once again. Delayed offside against the Wind now, so they have to back off. That'll give the Selects time to come out. Here's Ailey Glenn with the puck. She'll bring it into the zone. Glenn makes a nice move, gets a shot away, Dunn another save. Glenn back on it in the corner, but Blanquiere able to knock it away from her. Now they battle for it in the corner. Puck has worked free. The Wind get it to the line and out. As not able to knock that puck down was Karis Ross. Now Rianne Jean back to get it. She's being watched by Moffat. Jean tries to stop and change directions, but Moffat stayed right with her there. Now as they battle down into the corner, 2:42 to go, second period, 5-1 for the Selects. Puck played around to the far side. Karis Ross will get it. Ross sends it ahead for Maya McDonald. She'll poke it the rest of the way down the ice. Going back to get it, McGuigan plays it up the wall. That's knocked down by Murray. Murray will play it back to the line for Jean. Back down for Murray, but it gets away from her. Not able to clear the zone as Jean held it in, but now Moffat has it. She'll play it off a stanchion, and it bounced just about right back to her. Ends up on the stick of Gamble. She'll get it ahead, but Ross creates the turnover there. Here's Karis Ross working her way in, trying to get around Greenan. Greenan able to win that puck, and Greenan will take it behind her own net. Now come out the far side, gets it ahead for Isabel Richards. Her pass for McNeil, broken up by Dwaron. McGuigan plays it back out to center. McNeil will pick up. Here comes McNeil. She's got Morency with her. McNeil into the zone, trying to center it for Morency. That goes off the leg of Boyle. And the Selects pick back up. Pass ahead for Dwaron. Just hops over her stick. Madeline Richards goes to play it back in. It ends up between Greenan and Williams. And now Dwaron tries to get it ahead for Boyd. It goes into the zone, out, and then back in again. Delayed offside. Boyd didn't hear it. Now she does. And she'll circle away and not touch the puck. So the Wind gets some room. Pino has the puck roll off her stick, and it'll be picked up by Williams. Williams in across the blue line, dumps it in deep. It'll come around to the right wing corner. Getting there first was Madeline Richards. And now with it is McLean. She'll play it across. Try to get a return pass through to McLean. Kelly got a piece of that puck. Now Emerson McDonald on it. It's played back to the line for Boyle. Under a minute left to go, second period. Emerson McDonald for McLean. She fanned on a shot. Puck comes back to the line. Fitt tries to work it back down low. Picked up by Glenn. Glenn has it roll off her stick, but it goes right to Emerson McDonald. Back to the line for Boyle. Her shot knocked down by Kelly. And Kelly will bring it out to center. Tries to dump the puck in, but misplays it. And then Kelly and Glenn both go down. Puck is underneath Glenn. They continue to work away at it. Finally, Kelly gets it into the Select zone. Just 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Back to pick up is Boyle. Carly Boyle plays it ahead. Chasson knocks that down. She'll send it into the far corner. It comes up the boards. McLean, she can't get it past her player. Emerson McDonald does get it out to center, but just 4 seconds left to go in the period. Thomas, and the puck will come back out to neutral ice, and that will do it for period number 2. 2 goals in that period, 1 for each side. The Selects made it 5-0 on Lacey Boyd's power play goal, but then the Wind get one back. Callie McNeil scoring for the Western Wind to make it back to a 4-goal margin. It was 4-0 after 1. It's 5-1 after 2 in favor of the hometown Northern Subway Selects. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Maritime Major Female Hockey League action here on Petter Sports and Streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, a division of AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here. Shots on goal in the second, by the way, ended up being, 9-7 in favor of the Selects. And the two-period total, 25-15 for the hometown Northern Subway Selects over the visiting Western Wind from Western PEI. Story of this game, in my mind, is really twofold. One, the job that Grace Dunn has done in relief since coming into the game with the score 4-0. You take away those 4 goals in the first 6.5 minutes, and this is a 1-1 hockey game right now. Grace Dunn has been absolutely superb. To me, the second story of this game, and we talked about it a little bit coming into the second period, has been the play of that Murray, McDonald, and Morrow line, the 3M line. They have just been... I said it at coming into the second period that the first was maybe their best period of the season. I'll say now that so far that this has been the best game of the season for that line. They have played just about perfect hockey for the Northern Subway Selects here this afternoon. Want to once again remind everybody that this is the last home game for the Selects for a little while. Actually, our next Selects broadcast will be on Remembrance Day, Saturday, November 11th. They'll be playing here at the Hector Arena at 4 o'clock against the Fundy Kraken, a team that they beat twice in the Fundy rink earlier this season, both by rather significant margins. And we'll see what comes out of that meeting. Our next broadcast overall is going to be on Thursday. Normally a night that we don't have a broadcast on Petter Sports and Streaming, but this Thursday, the week's majors will be using what is normally the Junior A Crushers ice time to play a makeup game for one that was postponed earlier this season against Dartmouth Steel Subaru, who will be hosting Atlantics this year. And we're proud to say that we will be doing the U18 male Atlantic Championships to determine who goes on to the Hockey Canada U18 Club Championship Tournament to represent the Atlantic region. We will be in Dartmouth for that event in late April to help determine who will be going there. Again, the U18 female Atlantics will be in Newfoundland, Labrador, and I know it will be on AO Live, Atlantic Hockey Online, and I believe we're looking at former Weeks Crushers broadcaster and my good friend and colleague Matt Little to possibly be the guy to take on the duties for that one. Now, that is not official. Don't take that as gospel by any means, but I believe that that's who we're trying to get for the U18 female Atlantics. And if so, Matt Little does a fantastic job, and he will be a great play-by-play guy to carry that tournament off. Again, to determine the Atlantic representative at the Esso Cup, which will be held again in Vernon, BC this year. Emerson McDonald waved out of the face-off circle. Ailey Glenn will come in to take the draw with 1:05 gone here in the third period. Selects leading it by 4. Face-off won by the Wind. Pino gets the puck on the right wing side, is able to play it ahead to Moffat, who sends it down. Isabel Richards going after it, but Glenn gets back and will bring the puck back up the other way. Glenn working up the left wing side. Glenn into the zone, stops, turns, now comes to the middle of the ice, gets a shot away and scores. What a goal by Ailey Glenn. A beautiful individual effort, taking the puck all the way up ice, making a couple of great moves, and then going over the left shoulder of goaltender Grace Dunn, and Dunn really didn't have much of a chance on that one at all. I believe that's going to be an unassisted goal, as Glenn got possession in her own zone and brought the puck up the ice the whole way by herself. For Glenn, that will be her 7th goal of the season, her 12th point. Like I said, I don't think there will be an assist there, but we'll wait and see to get confirmation of that coming up here in just a moment. Here's Lexi McIntyre with the puck, taking it back behind her own net. She'll play it around to Glenn at the far wall. Glenn lost control of it, coming towards the front of her own net. Fortunately for the Selects, that mistake doesn't end up costing them. Now Hallie Rose McLean with the puck. She'll poke it ahead. Head off for a change while McIntyre forechecks. They're able to find McNeil, who gets it across for Morency. Here comes Morency coming in. Morency with a nice move. Morency nearly able to get to that puck before Kerr. And so we get confirmation that, as expected, it is Ailey Glenn unassisted. We thought it was going to be an unassisted goal, and it sure enough is. Glenn unassisted, time of the goal, 1:27, making it 6-1 in favor of the Northern Subway Selects. Puck goes down below the goal line. Fired around by Fit. And now the Selects look to bring the puck out. Maya McDonald leading the way. Fit carrying the puck. Or sorry, that's not Fit. That's Boyle. Carly Boyle taking it. Or no, that. Oh no, that's Fit. Sorry. Plays it back to the line. Murray with a shot. That comes wide of the net. Now this is Boyle stepping in to get to the puck down low. She ends up losing it. Gamble will play it around to the far side. Chasson is on it there for the Wind. Chasson sending it down the ice, and that's going to go beyond everybody for an icing call with 2:48 gone here in the third period. So the face-off will come all the way back down into the Western Wind zone. So we mentioned what's coming up for the Selects, their next home game anyway. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Western Wind. They'll be off next weekend. And then the following weekend they'll be playing in Moncton to take on the Edsa East Moncton Subaru Rockets for a pair of games. And I believe those two games are actually... No, it's the following weekend. They'll be playing a couple of home games against the Fundy Kraken, and those two games will be coinciding with the U18 National Tournament. So not sure if those games might end up getting rescheduled, or there's another shot save made. But the Wind will be, their next home games are November 4th and 5th. And we mentioned the Selects' next home games are on November 11th and 12th, both against the Fundy Kraken. So the Kraken will be taking on the Wind and then taking on the Selects on back-to-back weekends, both on the road. Here's McKendrick with the puck. She'll dump it down right onto Kerr. Kerr leaves it there, nearly turned it over as Moffat came in and almost took advantage of that miscue, but wasn't able to get a goal for her troubles. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the Selects schedule, upcoming schedule in a little more detail here in a moment. As the Wind, Pino working her way down the left wing with some speed. Pino gets around one player, takes the puck towards the net, has it roll off her stick and come all the way to the right wing boards, plays it back to the line for Madeline Richards. Now sent down low, picked up behind the net by Greenan. Greenan trying to make a pass. She ends up getting tied up with Lily LeBlanc and ends up taking LeBlanc down. And that's going to be a penalty against Greenan for hooking. For the Selects, they'll be on the road next weekend. They'll be heading to that much anticipated matchup of the top two teams in the league when they take on the Down East Auto Parts Stars from Eastern Prince Edward Island. 15:33 on the clock here with the penalty taken by Gracie Greenan for hooking. So that'll be next weekend, and then they'll have the weekend off, the weekend of the U18 National Championship Tournament. And then here for those two games against the Kraken on Remembrance Day and on the 12th. Here's Hallie Rose McLean taking the puck down the left wing side. She'll play it back up the boards to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets it back to McLean. McLean turns, shoots, and it goes off Blackier's skate and into the net. Unfortunate luck there for the Western Wind, as that was never even intended to be a shot on goal. That was just trying to get the puck down low. Blackier's skate gets in the way of it and deflects it just inside the post. 5:05 the time of the power play goal. It's now 7-1. And that one's got to be a little bit disheartening for the Western Wind, as sometimes you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, and the Selects get a bit of an embarrassment of riches there, already ahead by 5, and get a bounce that goes their way. Hallie Rose McLean, that's her 13th goal, 21st point of the season. And now when you look at their 7 goals that they've scored in this game, it's been split pretty evenly between the 3 lines. Lily LeBlanc gets an assist. And Emerson McDonald also with an assist on that one. So, and another save made by Dunn there, keeping it a 7-1 game. So again, sorry, I was writing down the assists, and that's why the camera was a little slow to move. Hallie Rose McLean, again, that's her 13th goal, 21st point. Lily LeBlanc and Emerson McDonald with the assists at 5:05 on the power play, making it a 7-1 lead now for the Northern Subway Selects. Selects improving on their goals per game. Coming into this game, it was 6.5. Now it's going to be up a little bit higher than that, 6.54. Doing the math let's see, that puts them at 72, 11, 66, 6. Yeah, 6.55 goals per game now. And their goals against, if they don't give up any more, will continue to be right sitting at 1. This their 11th game, and they've given up their 11th goal of the season in this game. Of course, the Wind looking to bring that number above 1.0 if they can get another one or more here in the last 13 minutes and 15 seconds. Battle in the corner. McNeil has that puck underneath her, and so they'll blow it down with 13:10 left to go. Face-off will be moved out to center because it was underneath a Western Wind player. The other stat in this game, and we talked about it as a key to the game of staying out of the penalty box, Selects are 2 for 3 with the power play, and the Selects have only taken 1 penalty in the game. So they have heeded that key, and they also were able to heed the key of the Wind needing to try and keep the game close for as long as possible, but the Selects took care of that with 4 goals in the first 6.5 minutes. There's Thomas with a shot. That's over into the far corner, and coming up with the puck, Glenn gets it across for McLean. Glenn will head off on a change as McLean goes after the puck. Blanquier able to tie her up, as back to get it was Campbell. Now it's played across to the far side. Here comes the Wind out to center. Kelly with the puck. She'll bring it in across the line. Kelly still working it. Now takes it down to the corner. Gets it to the front of the net, but not able to get a shot on target. There was Isabel Richards, as Richards was tied up with a nice defensive effort by Lexi McIntyre. Here comes the Selects again. That pass goes in behind the target of Maya McDonald. Now McDonald does get the puck after it was played by McGuigan. Chance for Morrow, the third key to this game we talked about being Morency, who has had a great game, but it hasn't shown up on the score sheet for her yet. And as well as Williams, and of course Burrow's not playing in today's game, as this one's Kerr's turn. Race for the puck, and McGuigan loses her footing as she tried to get to that, or she might have gotten tripped up a little bit there, but penalty not called. Icing, it does get called against the Selects. Williams does have a goal in this game. Relatively speaking, her line, Williams actually has a goal and an assist in this game. So if you're looking just at Williams versus Morency, I think Morency has played a great game, like I said, but if you're looking at the score sheet, advantage Williams. Now here's Maya McDonald with the puck. She'll just dump it in and head off for a change. Selects will get a full 5-person unit changed up as the line of Boyd with Williams and Dwaron is out there with the defensive pairing of Ross and Jean. And here is Boyd with the puck. She'll work her way ahead. Coming to the outside on the left wing side. Pino able to separate Boyd from the puck. Played around to the far side, but before Morency can get to it, Ross steps up and plays it down low. Now Boyd at the side of the net, takes it behind the net, comes out the right wing side, tries to play it off of the goaltender and in. Now here's Dwaron in close range. There's a shot and a nice save made by Dunn. Dwaron then gets dumped after she takes the shot. No call coming. Puck comes back to the line. Ross will play it down the boards. Dwaron back on it. She'll play it to Williams. Williams coming out of the corner. Tries to stuff it short side. That ends up getting sent back to the end boards. Greenan tying up with Williams back there. Also joining the mix is Richards and Boyd. Now the puck comes to the near wall. Coming away from the board is Williams with the puck yet again. She fires a shot and a glove save made. And then Pino with a shot to the back of Boyd. And then Greenan with a shot to Boyd afterwards as well. And that's going to draw the ire of a couple of Selects players, as Lacey Boyd was hit twice. And what are we going to get called out of this? Looks like a couple of players are coming to the penalty box. And what are we going to see? All three of them get roughing. So 9-66 and 6. It's going to be 5-on-4 in favor of the Selects. And the Wind coaching staff looking for an explanation of how two of their players get called and only one for Northern. All of this coming with 9:46 left to go in the third period. So Kendall Dwaron's penalty is coincidental with one of the two for the Wind, whether it's Pino or Morency. It looks like they're putting Pino on the board, so Morency's will be the coincidental. And all of this again coming with 9:46 on the clock. So the Selects will get their fourth power play of the game. They are 2 for 3 to this point already with the power play and a 6-goal lead. So certainly no pressure to score a power play goal here. And a centering pass broken up nicely there by Kelly. Kelly tries to clear the zone. McIntyre holds that puck in, plays it over into the right wing corner. Campbell gets it as far as the line. LeBlanc holds that in. Now LeBlanc will play it around to the near side. Ailey Glenn takes it down the boards, working against Thomas. Glenn will play it down to Emerson McDonald. McDonald comes out, shot, save, rebound. McLean can't find the puck. Kelly does, and is able to send it down the ice. 1:20 and counting left to go in the power play. Lead pass for Hallie Rose McLean. McLean in across the blue line. Takes it down the wall, now gives it to Glenn. Glenn on the left wing wall, comes to the middle of the ice, drops it off to LeBlanc. LeBlanc's shot, save made by Dunn, and the rebound cleared away by Gamble, and she'll fire it off the glass and down the ice. 53 seconds left in the penalty. Lead pass up to Maya McDonald. She'll find Morrow coming through the middle of the ice. Morrow takes it to the right wing side, drops it back for Murray. Murray had the puck knocked, but was able to stay with it. Now it'll come to the line and just out of the reach of Fitt. Out to center ice. Fitt plays it across to Boyle. Boyle working her way ahead. Boyle over to the right wing side, in across the blue line, has the puck knocked off her stick, following up Fitt. She'll send it down to the end boards, comes around to the left wing corner, picked up by Maya McDonald there. McDonald plays it back to the line for Boyle. Boyle to the middle of the ice, fires a shot. That goes wide, comes off the end boards. Murray picks up there. She'll bring it up the left wing side. Back to the line again for Boyle. Boyle back to Murray. We're back to 5-on-5. Murray comes to the middle of the ice. Now she'll play it across to Fitt. Fitt looked to get it down. It was into the feet of McGuigan, but Murray able to take it out of McGuigan's feet. Murray comes to the left wing corner, leaves the puck there for Morrow. Morrow has it taken from her by Gamble, and it'll be tied up along the side of the net with 7:26 remaining here in the third period, and the coincidental penalties will come to an end with that stoppage in play. So the Selects now 2 for 4 with the extra skater in this game. And the Wind 2 for 4 on their penalty kill. They're 0 for 1 with the power play. Only one power play given up by the Selects in this game. There's a shot that goes off a skate. Now a chance for Boyd. She didn't get much on her shot. Williams ends up picking up the puck and tries to tuck it past the leg of Dunn, but Grace Dunn shutting the door yet again. Dunn has given up just 3 goals on the 27 shots that she's faced, so that's 24 saves out of 27 shots. That's an .889 save percentage for today's effort, which against this Selects team, if you can stop nearly 90% of your shots that you face with a team as dangerous as this Selects team is, you're playing pretty well as a goalie. So give Dunn credit. She's stepped in and tried to keep her team in this as much as possible. There's an offside as Kendall Dwaron tried to keep that leg extended so she could keep her foot on the line, but it was not to be, and we'll get a stoppage with 6:42 left to go here in the third period. Again, a reminder, our next Selects broadcast will be on the 11th of November, Remembrance Day against the Fundy Kraken. Our next broadcast overall will be Thursday night. And again, we don't usually have games on Thursday nights here at on Petter Sports and Streaming, but we will have the Weeks Majors hosting Dartmouth Steel Subaru in the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League. 7 o'clock puck drop for that one. We'll start the stream with the warm-ups at 6:30. And again, that'll be on Petter Sports and Streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online, right here on AO Live. And then next weekend, we'll have that game on Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday we'll have a total of 12 games from the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League as the showcase weekend will take place. All 8 teams will be in the Pictou County Wellness Center, 6 games on each sheet of ice. Alex Terrio will be on one side, I'll be on the other, bringing you all of the action. As there's a chance for Emerson McDonald, and another nice save made into the glove of Grace Dunn. And again, all of those games will be available through Petter Sports and Streaming through Atlantic Hockey Online. In between, we will also have a game on Friday from the Rath Eastland Community Center when the Fundy Thunder of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League will be playing a home game on Friday night. We'll have that one for you as well. So a busy weekend of hockey coming up next week here on Petter Sports and Streaming. Here's Morency with the puck coming in, getting a shot away. Kerr kicks that one to the end boards. Fit able to pick up. Here comes Fit. She'll come through center, bring it across the goal or the blue line. Fit still with the puck. Tries a backhander. Save made by Dunn. Rebound cleared away by McKendrick. And now the puck sent back deep. McGuigan will get to it. She'll play it around for Campbell. Campbell plays it ahead. That's sent back into the end boards. 5 minutes remaining here in this game with the Selects leading it by 6. 7-1 the score. Selects will move back into first place. 1 point ahead of the Eastern Stars, ahead of their big meetings next weekend in Eastern Prince Edward Island. That will be a very entertaining set of hockey games. Selects will be 10-0-1. Stars will be 10-0 coming into those two meetings. And we mentioned before, the league championship is determined strictly by regular season record. Those two, the first two meetings out of 4 between these teams, and that could go a long way towards determining who ends up getting the league banner at the end of the season. Here's Williams with the puck. She'll play it back to Jean. Jean steps in, gets a shot away. May have gone off of Moffat and ended up going wide. Puck comes back to Jean again. She works it down the near boards. Picked up by Dwaron. She'll come into the middle of the ice. Kendall Dwaron drops it off for Ross. Ross has that into her feet, ends up losing it. But back to get it is Jean. Just under 4 minutes left to go here, third period. Brianne Jean looks ahead. Plays the puck up to Boyd. Boyd gets a pass through, but it ends up being knocked down by Campbell. Now Campbell again on the puck right in front of the Selects bench. We got a delayed penalty coming up against Northern, and as Jean touches the puck, the indication is roughing, and it looks like it's going to be Lacey Boyd who goes off. So the Selects will go shorthanded for the second time in this game. Like I said, a much better situation for the Selects in this game as far as power plays given up. And this one with 3:36 left to go in a 6-goal game. Not that you ever want to be putting yourself shorthanded, but if ever there was a situation where putting yourself shorthanded doesn't really put your team at risk, it's when you've got a 6-goal lead and 3:20 left to go in the third period. 1:46 now left in the penalty after Kerr made the save and held on. Williams will come in to take this face-off against Kelly. Williams wins the puck down into the corner. LeBlanc tries to get on it, but Kelly is there to tie her up, and we're going to get another penalty against the Selects. It's going to be an extended 5-on-3 as soon as the Selects touch the puck. Here's Kelly with it now behind the net. They get the extra attacker out there. Now here's Moffat. She'll step in, fire a shot. It goes wide. Morency. Williams gets a piece of the puck, and now we'll get the whistle blown. Interference is the indication. So with 1:18 left to go in the penalty to Boyd, we'll get a penalty taken by Lily LeBlanc, and it'll be interference. So 1:18 of 5-on-3 with 2:54 remaining here in the third period. And this, a chance for the Wind to get a second goal on the Selects, something only 2 teams have done so far this season. There's a shot, and getting in the way of it, Karis Ross with a big effort to get that block shot, and the puck is cleared down the length of the ice. We mentioned the Selects have given up, including today, 11 goals in 11 games. They've won 2 games by way of the shutout. That means twice they've given up 2 goals. 7 times they've given up 1 goal, and twice they've won by shutout. Here's Pino with the puck. She gets it over to Morency. Morency into the middle of the ice. That pass goes off the heel of the stick. Moffat able to pick up now. She's being pestered by Ross as 29 seconds remain in the 5-on-3. Pass across for Kelly. Kelly. Williams gets over there to deny Kelly's own entry. Now a bit of a miscue between Campbell and Kelly. The puck ends up bouncing to Morency, and we'll get a too many players penalty against the Wind as they had a bit of an awkward change there. So now we'll go to 4-on-3 for 13 seconds. And that one was a pretty clear and obvious call with 1:49 remaining in the period. And coming over to take this penalty, or to serve this penalty, is going to be Callie McNeil. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 13 more seconds. Then it will be 42 seconds of 4-on-4. And then the Selects will go to their 5th power play of the afternoon. And that is how it will stay until the end of the game, unless more gets called between now and then, or if we get some scoring while there's an uneven number of players out there on the ice. Again, 1:49 remaining here in the 3rd period. 4-on-3, so plenty of room out there for the players who are there. Here's Campbell with the puck. Coming in, gets a shot away, Kerr the save, and she'll hang on for a face-off. First penalty comes to an end. So we're 4-on-4 for the next 40 seconds. And then, again, it will be the Selects power play for the rest of the afternoon. Face-off to the right of goaltender Madeline Kerr. Puck comes towards the front of the net. Lexi McIntyre is there. She gets it as far as the line. Campbell holds it in. She fires a shot. Kerr the save. Rebound was there, but Ross with a big play to clear that one away from danger. Now the Selects get the puck out. Boyd will launch it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call, as it was 4-on-4. Boyd forgot, I guess, that it was 4-on-4. She thought her team was still shorthanded. And in a 6-goal game, you can chuckle about mental miscues like that. They do happen. Fortunately, again, for the Selects, with it being a 6-goal game and 69 seconds on the clock, it's not going to come back to haunt them in any big way. Dwaron wins the draw against Kelly, plays the puck ahead to Ross. Ross plays it off the boards, trying to spring Boyd. Boyd does get to the puck before it reaches the goal line. Good hustle there by Lacey Boyd. And now the Selects are on the power play as the penalty to LeBlanc expires. We're into the final 45 seconds. Selects again on their 5th power play of the game now. Dwaron plays it down. Back to Dwaron. Dwaron looking to go short side. Dunn makes the save. Dwaron back on the puck. Plays it behind the net. Out in front for Glenn. And that pass came to her left side instead of her right. If it came to her right side and onto her stick, that would have been a sure thing. Now Boyd tries a backhander. That goes up over the net. Dunn will Ross sends it down low to Glenn. Glenn still with it, just 6 seconds left in the game. Glenn in front for McLean, and McLean scores with 3.1 seconds left to put a little bit of extra icing on the cake. 8-1 will be the final, with the 3rd power play goal of the game. Hallie Rose McLean getting her 2nd goal of the period, her 2nd power play goal of the game, and her 14th goal overall on the season. And that will do it. The final score 8-1 in favor of the Northern Subway Selects. Selects improved to 10-0-1 on the season, moved back into first place. 1 point ahead of the Eastern Stars, ahead of their big matchup next weekend. The Western Wind dropped to 0-11 on the year. This Western Wind team has players with talent. Unfortunately for them, they've run into a little bit of hard luck to get this season going, and they drop to 0-11. Final shots on goal end up 39-20 in favor of the Selects. And once again, the final score 8-1. Until Thursday night, when we come to you from the Pictou County Wellness Center for the game between the Weeks Majors and the Dartmouth Steel Subaru, or until November 11th for our next Northern Subway Selects broadcast when they host the Fundy Kraken. This is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time, 8-1 Northern Subway Selects with the victory over the Western Wind. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon.